A couple years ago, I posted my first film reel, and although I was super proud of it at the time, I've learned so much just in the last couple years that I totally revamped it, and I posted a new one that I'm super pumped about a couple days ago. Making a film reel has always been super daunting to me because it's basically going, hey, see that 1-minute video? That explains everything about me. Whether you're working under a company or you're doing freelance work, this is gonna set you apart from everyone else. So here are some tips that I have for you guys if you're making your own film reel. Especially when you're just doing a cinematography reel where you're showing all the prettiest pictures and videos you can take, it's really easy to just find that music track, slap all of those together, and call that your reel. And instead of having it like a silent film, just a montage against some epic music in the background, I think integrating sound with your video is so important. Here's the first scene of my reel without sound effects. And here it is with sound effects. Hear how much better that is? It really just grabs your attention and brings you into those clips. Like, even listen to it without music. It still kind of works because people care about hearing what they're seeing. So pay attention to sound design. Don't just let that drift off into the distance because it doesn't seem important for this single film. There's one big problem that I've seen in so many different filmmakers' reels, and that is seeing so many clips from one project. It really makes it seem like, oh, this person has only done like 1 or 2 projects ever, and a client is not gonna love that look. So if you have any body of work, then try to spread out everything. Almost every scene that I included in mine is from a totally different project. It looks different, has a totally different vibe, and that is what a client is gonna look for. If you can take on a bunch of different genres and styles, that's gonna put you ahead of so many different people. And not only in the visuals, show that you can do different styles of work as well. For me, it's really tempting to just show pretty shots and time lapses of nature because that's easy to make look beautiful. But something important is to show that I can do a storytelling aspect of filmmaking as well. So I included a couple clips from short films that I've made that show that I'm actually telling a story and not just taking pretty pictures. Include some sound from those clips too, and you're golden. Great looking footage is only great for so long if you have no emotional investment in it. I've seen so many videos that look amazing, but they have no real substance, so I end up totally losing interest, which is crazy. Like, as a cinematographer, somebody who gets those shots, those amazing drone shots, you'd think somebody would want to look at this forever, but it's not really true when you're on the other side. So if you implement something that kind of tells a story, for me the best way to tell this was to find shots that were similar even if they were from totally different circumstances. For example, the first couple shots of my reel are all during the daytime, the next are all at night. So the easiest way to do this is just to look for related clips. So an example would be when I showed a clip of a helicopter and then I showed a clip from a helicopter. Or even just relatability in the way that it's filmed, like these 2 rotating gimbal shots that I put right next to each other. Those simple little connections are really gonna put your reel to the next level, and those are things that I totally ignored in my first reel. This was super tough for me to decide because honestly there's such a huge variety across the internet. There wasn't one answer of this is how long you should make your reel. And I'm not saying that either. I think it totally depends on what type of filmmaker you are and what you want to convey. If you're doing a total story-based narrative type films, then I would say make it a little longer. But in general, I say you should keep it a minute or less, which sounds crazy short. And I thought that too when I first started. But what I realized is not only are you going to totally capture the attention of whoever's watching the entire time, there's no chance of somebody losing interest, it also really forces you to put only your best work into it. After editing for a while, it is super easy to see a shot and go like, yeah, that was pretty good, I'm gonna put it in there. But after doing that for a while, especially trying to keep it to a minute, there is no way you're gonna be able to keep all of that. So for me, I had to narrow it down to my absolute best shots that I've ever gotten. And as I look back at it more and more, There are different tweaks that I want to make of different shots because I just want to make it perfect and the most attention grabbing in that 1 minute time span. So anyway, I hope that helped on any questions that you had about making your own film reel. If you make one after seeing this, or you've already made one and want me to take a look, I would love to see it. Please post it in the comments below or reach out to me on any social media. And if you want to see any more filmmaking tips style videos, I would love to know. Please leave a like on this video and comment down below as well, because I love to make these kind of videos and love sharing what I learn. And stay tuned for the next couple Fridays because I'm posting some of the coolest travel films that I have ever made. And until then, I'll see you next time.